I'm gonna ask. Say Mel, what's the name of the Jewish singer? Mary and Rachel.
Wait, but he was yours or no? He was yours. Yeah. Wait, but
No, I don't.
no, that's what I was. No. I was thinking, you got married in 2018. You know what? You do everything.
Yeah, you were sweet. I remember coming to
You know that weekend we went to Bar.
No, and I said to Jake when we got home that night, I'm like, I hope I'm right, but I know.
Literally, it was like right at 6:30. Like another, like 15.
They probably bought the house already.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Right in front of me. Oh, Jay. Not Jay. No, there's no secret.
They gave them and then they used to show also about
I already forgot that. On a good day. Just got accepted. We can all move. We can move. No, but it's American to Canadian.
No, Canadian. I think it's everything. You could tell it looked amazing. It was like a we got the best in the
Okay. Once I'm standing, I'll say hi.
Yeah, so apparently once didn't know you have to friends after that. And you know what I started noticing?
So then what about the place they take you to? They never real for sale sign. Like on a lot of these shows you see the for sale sign, so it's clearly a fake website. The numbers are always wrong.
If they let me, if they want me to, I'm right on. Anyways, enjoy and I'll go
She looks so good.
Did she say anything? Does she drive still?
And they probably have less injuries.
It's on right now. Harold.
No, Jake came home with a sore back. Can't do anything. I remember when have all your stomach ache, like your stomach. I mean, I'm still in pain.
Good afternoon, ladies.
I honestly on the left, mostly on the left, and now it's just
But it's definitely not loud enough.
now it's like gas pain. Whenever you
No, actually, she's 4 and a half.
Kara, now it's more like gas pain. But I wonder, just like when you say it was so sexual, it's so bad.
So what happened? Nothing. Wait, you're not sure?
I was in so much pain.
Wait, how's your dad?
Which side?
To the right, you have to worry about this thing. It's going to be with her.
I asked that.
I don't know.
He says he wants to wait for the all. He says he wants
The
to get the
MRI.
MRI. He's like, he doesn't know what he's going to do anyways. He's like, what's the point? Yeah, but if it's a Baker cyst, after we just deal with that, then he can still get his MRI. It has nothing to do with it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me clearly at the back row? Clearly? So if I swore, you'd know I was swearing? Okay. Okay, where is the violinist?
Where are you flying to this weekend?
Yeah, what are you got?
Folks, could I just get everybody's attention, please, for a minute? Could we make sure our phones are off sound-wise, please? And no flash photography. Thank you.
wild creativity that presents her with a unique perspective on the world around her. You love her deep well of empathy and how immensely passionate she is about doing right by the people in her life. She amazes you every day in new and exciting ways. Alejandra, with Sam, you began to feel things you had never felt with anyone before. He really filled your soul in a unique way and brought so much joy into your life. You love his patience, sweetness, and understanding, and his intelligence and resilience. You love his passion and dedication to contributing to a better society. But most of all, you love that he simply accepts you for who you really are and helps you grow to be your best self. Over time, your relationship only got stronger and more resilient, enabling you to deal with and overcome many challenges together, and your friendship grew into love. Alejandra's father, Mauricio Jimenez, would like to share some words of love from Corinthians 13 in Spanish, and Sam's mother, Lisa, will read it in English.
El amor es paciente, es bondadoso. El amor no geme herido. El amor no es capcioso. No es arrogante ni egoísta. No hace nada indebido. No se irrita. No guarda rencor. No se alegra de la injusticia, sino que se une a la alegría de la verdad. Todo lo sufre, todo lo cree, todo lo espera, todo lo soporta. El amor jamás dejará de existir. En cambio, las profecías se acabarán, las lenguas dejarán de hablarse y el conocimiento llegará a su fin. Solo la fe, la esperanza y el amor permanecerán. Y el mayor de ellos es el amor.
Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous, conceited, or proud. It is not arrogant or self seeking. Love does not keep a record of wrongs. It is not happy with evil, but rejoices with truth. Love perseveres. It has faith, hope, patience, and endurance. Inspired messages, gifts of language, and knowledge. These are temporary and will disappear. Only faith, hope, and love will remain, and the greatest of these is love.
You recognize that the two of you work very well as a team and took the relationship to the next level by getting engaged in December of 2024 and moved in together. Do they know this? At the end of April. You both dream of using your experience in journalism to tell creative stories about subjects that provoke thought and inspire change. You hope to build a home together where you support each other and grow personally, spiritually, and professionally. You will create a beautiful space that respects both your cultures and traditions, and where you can raise happy, healthy children with love and care. Sam, Alejandra, as you know, love is more than passionate romantic feelings or sensual intimacy, both of which are wonderful, but can be fleeting and capricious. True love is caring behavior, which reinforces self-esteem, it relieves pain, shares pleasure, and always offers support. You've been doing that for a while, and while living together just made the relationship better and better. You both feel so lucky to have found your soulmates with whom to share the rest of your life. Sam and you will perfect the fine art of walking side by side, close enough to give each other needed support, yet far enough away to allow room for personal growth and autonomy. We are so excited to be here with you today as you take the next step in affirming your commitment and love for one another by getting officially married. Sam, Alejandra, your marriage, like all others, is a union of two different individuals. Each of you brings to this marriage not only your personal memories and experiences, but also the memories and experiences of your respective families, communities, and ancestors, all of whom contributed to who and what you are today. To retain your integrity, it is essential that you remain rooted in your respective histories and that you thoughtfully appropriate and embody the meaningful aspects of those histories and traditions into your daily lives. The chuppah, or the canopy under which you stand, is one of those ancient traditions. It can be traced back to pagan and biblical times, but its form and significance have changed over the years and vary among cultures. In our Western culture, the canopy symbolizes natural harmony and harkens back to the mythical Garden of Eden, where the first couple lived in harmony with nature and their environment. You're choosing to be wed under the chuppah, surrounded not by walls, but by nature itself, shows your love of nature and your commitment to ensuring its vitality. Now, in days gone by, the canopy was intended to protect the bride and groom against evil spirits. In the Jewish tradition, the chuppah, meaning covering, has come to symbolize the home that the two of you build together, a safe refuge for yourself and your loved ones. The chuppah has no walls to show that marriage is like a home without walls, winds of time, but also open to the warm and healing caress of the sun. As open, it also symbolizes hospitality, and there's a wonderful legend that the home or tent of the biblical Abraham and Sarah had openings on all four sides to enable weary travelers from every direction to easily access their home and hospitality. Your home, too, will always be open to family, friends, and those in need. Alejandra and Sam, you have pledged to establish a home that will also be open to the spiritual potential in all life. A home where the flow of the seasons and the important passages of life will be celebrated through the symbols of your combined heritage. It will be a home filled with reverence for learning, loving, compassion, be paramount. Now, time, like the great, cannot be counted, but it is measured by the impact that each moment of every experience has in our lives. Each leaves its imprint, changing our lives and creating the individuals that we become. The most profound influence on each of you is that of your parents and family. At the bottom of the large vial, there's some white sand representing the values and heritage that have been lovingly passed down to you by your parents and family. The white sand also brings into the moment with us Sam's paternal grandparents, Deanna and Gerald, or is it Dina? Deanna. His maternal mother, Lori Lidowitz, Alejandra's maternal grandfather, Ignacio Suarez, her paternal grandparents, Luisa Castablanco and Gabriel Jimenez, and Alejandra's brother, Santiago Jimenez, all of whom are no longer alive but had an important impact in your lives. They are sorely missed, especially today. Yolima and Maurizio, would you each pick up a vial with the yellow sand? Poured into her vial symbolizes the values and heritage that you pass down to her. You can say that to her. Okay. Rob and Lisa, would you each pick up a vial of blue sand, and to symbolize the values and heritage that you pass down to Sam, alternately pour some sand. Sam, would you please pick up the vial with the blue sand? And Alejandra, pick up the vial with the yellow sand, representing the essence and entirety of each of you, your heritage, where you come from, your values, what you believe in are now, and your spirit, which is all that you can be. When two people decide to join their lives, they bring together all that they were and are. Once together, however, the potential for each of you to blossom to the fullness of your promise grows dramatically. Alejandra and Sam, would you now alternately pour some colored sand into the flask representing your life together? Could you pick up your unity cup and give it a gentle shake? Gentle, both of you together. Okay. Enough, enough, enough. Note how as you mix your lives together, the yellow and the blue grains of sand are still clearly visible, showing that you neither lose yourself nor your integrity in the relationship. But see how in places where the sand flowed together, the color is now green. You can see it better on this side. There you go. Showing not only how each of you changes as your life is impacted by one another, but that a new entity, the we, is created in the process. Just as each of you must guard and nourish your individuality, so must you also nurture your relationship as a couple. So Sam and Alejandra, we're about to validate your journey together as husband and wife and companions in life. This ceremony is a bridge between your past and a future that is full of every possibility to make your life exactly what you want it to be. As you continue to build a home together, remember that success is a journey, not a destination. Remember also that although you cannot choose every change or chance that can befall you, you can choose the spirit with which you will meet them. So as you travel together over the peaks, plateaus, and valleys of your life, may the journey be a joyful and a fulfilling one. Family and friends, Alejandra and Sam are fully aware that it takes two people to create a couple, but to build a marriage requires your help. Do you promise to lend a hand or two, an ear or two, a shoulder to cry on, help with the mortgage and babysitting when required, and generally to be there for them and support them in building a strong and lasting marriage? If so, would you all shout out, "Yes, we do"? Thank you for your show of support. Knowing you'll be there for them makes it easier for Sam and Alejandra to make their commitment to each other. Now back in Colombia, Alejandra's grandmother, Emilce, knitted a cloth which has meaning for Alejandra. Now in many traditions, it is customary to tie the hands of the bride and groom together to symbolize the binding together of their lives. Anna and Leah, or is it Leah? Leah, would you please take the sash, stand on the other side, and bind together their hands. It's okay. And now just stand back a little bit so everybody can. Alejandra, Sam, face each other and take each other's hands. Do you come of your own free will and without reservation to share marriage during painful as well as joyous times? If so, would you please say, "Yes, we do"? Sam and Alejandra, will you accept each other in equality as best friends, lovers, husband and wife and husband, and companions in life, offering each other your love and support, trust and respect, patience and empathy, laughter and passion, and above all, encouragement to fulfill each other's personal needs and dreams? If so, would you each say, "Yes, I do"? I do. You sure? No, both together. It is traditional to exchange tokens of some value in order to make your promises legal and binding. The double ring ceremony that you have chosen signifies that your marriage is a partnership with mutuality of respect and equality of status. Since the rings will now take the place of the sash, Leah and Anna, would you please unbind their hands and replace the sash on the table? Alejandra and Sam. like a circle without beginning or end. These rings which you are about to exchange symbolize equity, security, and harmony, all of which we wish upon your marriage. Yulima? Alejandra, would you place the ring on Sam's finger? You know what they say, now is the time to go all the way. And would you say in Spanish? Would you like to say it in Spanish? Because I'm going to mispronounce it.
He aquí que con este anillo estamos unidos en el amor y la lealtad.
And in English, behold, with this ring, we are united in love and loyalty. Now share your personal words of love and devotion that will join you as wife and husband and companions in life.
Just as nature blooms with every season, I vow that our love will flow like water, fluid, adaptable, and ever renewing. I promise to be present in every moment, in every heartbeat, like the air that fills our lungs. And I promise to be your steady support, like the earth that holds and sustains us.
Sam, would you place the ring on Alejandra's finger? And holding her hand, say in Hebrew, Hare, At, Me'uchedet, Iti, B'taba'at, Zo, Be'ahava, U'bene'emanut. And in English, behold, with this ring, we are united in love and loyalty. Now share your personal words of love and commitment that will unite you as husband and wife and companions in life.
May my life be yours, may my heart be yours, on our best days and our worst, from this day to my last.
There are 13 coins or aras in these bags. Lisa? Who's Lisa? And Maurizio. Each take a bag of coins. Take a bag of coins. Come closer. Take out the coins. And give them to Alejandra and Sam. And then put the bag back. With the exchange of these aras, you pledge to share in your abundance and prosperity. Put it in each other's hands. Oh, and then you put it on the This is you. In order to avoid having you sit out here till midnight, we did the legal and ketubah signing before the ceremony. A ketubah is a marriage covenant. This one's in both Hebrew and in English. And it's a commitment between the bride and groom to love, nurture, and cherish each other, and all kinds of other promises that they made to each other, which we were witness to, so they're now going to have to keep it. Thank you. So holding hands and looking into each other's eyes, just like that. Sam, would you declare your love to Alejandra in the ancient words from Canticles or the Song of Songs in your ketubah or marriage covenant? I am for my beloved, and my beloved is for me. And repeat it in Spanish, and I hope I don't mispronounce it. Yo soy para mi amada. True, okay. Y mi amada es para mí.
Yeah.
Alejandra, would you respond in Hebrew? Ani, ledodi, vedodi, li. I am for my beloved, and my beloved is for me. May the love which you have declared for each other reach out to include your cherished family and friends, who are a circle of strength and love that can grow continually. Each challenge or crisis faced together only makes the circle stronger, and every joy shared strengthens the bonds of love. Now your vows are serious, but weddings are time for hope and rejoicing. Let us fill the cups that cleared today of past regrets and future fears. Wine is a universal symbol of joy and life. A cup filled with wine represents a life fulfilled. Lisa and Rob, would you please pour some wine into Sam's cup of life? Mauricio and Lima, please pour some wine into Alejandra's cup of life. She doesn't want to get drunk.
Not a big.
Sam and Alejandra, your parents, through hard work and dedication and with a great deal of love, partially filled your cups of life with ingredients required to make you strong, wise, and decent. They have reason to be proud, and you have a great deal for which to be grateful. Now, it's traditional at Jewish weddings to express our joy, hopes, and blessings for the bride and groom by reciting 7 blessings or Shiva Brachot. When I call your names, would you please come up, raise a goblet, and recite the blessing in the language shown beside your name, and then return to your place. Leah Goldstein.
Anu modim shehechianu v'kiyimanu v'higianu l'zman hazeh.
Amen.
We are grateful for the eternal unfolding of the seasons which has brought us to this momentous occasion.
Ana Rubio.
Nos regocijamos en nuestras raíces y bendecimos el pasado que nos ha traído alegrías y tristezas, nos ofrece retos y oportunidades. We rejoice in our heritage and in the blessing of life, passage that bring both joy and sorrow and offer challenge and opportunity.
Radiante es el Espíritu en la humanidad que ilumina nuestro mundo estableciendo justicia y paz. Radiant is the Spirit in humankind that illuminates our world through establishing justice and peace.
Lisa Litowitz.
Empowering is the potential in human beings to combine love, wisdom, and courage, and to forge a better life for themselves and their loved ones.
Maurizio.
Precioso es el amor y el apoyo de la familia, amigos y la comunidad. Precious the love and support of family and community.
Rob Goldstein.
ברכה, שמחת, חתן וכלה, גילה, רענון, דיצה, וחד, וחדווה, אהבה, ואחווה, ושלום, ורעות. Blessed is the happiness of the groom and bride who share in joy and gladness, pleasure and exaltation, love and harmony, peace and friendship.
Anu smechim im Alejandra vesam, nevarayaka et nevarech et hatan ve'et hakala. We rejoice with Alejandra and Sam. May they find ever-increasing joy as they devote themselves to growing and sharing and nurturing and supporting one another.
Alejandra and Sam, would you raise your cups in a toast to life and your continued freedom and individuality and say, to life, l'chaim, la vida. Now take a sip of wine from your own cup to savor the fullness and richness of your life. Just a sip. Now, although you are two separate individuals and will continue to be so after your wedding, you have willingly chosen to seek and to build happiness together. Would you raise your goblets in a toast to a lasting and fulfilling marriage? And say to love and to unity. Now, one at a time, offer each other a sip of wine from your cup while they tip it for one at a time, while they tip it for themselves to symbolize the sharing of your lives. She's watching you carefully. As you have just sipped from the goblets of wine, so may you in enduring union and devotion draw sustenance, comfort, and joy from the cup of life. May you find the balance between individuality and unity. Drink from joy. Okay. In many cultures, both ancient and modern, it is customary to break glass at joyous occasions. to remind us of the fragility of time and how important it is to seize and savor every moment to its fullest, but then to relinquish it to the past and look forward towards the future with hope and determination. It also reminds us that the world is far from perfect and that only if we work together in solidarity can we ever participate in Tikkun Olam, repairing our world and creating a kinder, gentler, and more just world for everyone. Now, as they break the glass together, let us be mindful that people have a tendency of putting up barriers between one another and between different peoples. So just as they have, let us all break down the barriers to create a more loving and accepting world. Now, at the conclusion of this ceremony, Sam and Alejandra will be breaking glass together as a reminder of the fragility of relationships and how committed they are to ensuring that theirs stay strong and lasting. Sam, Alejandra, I'd like to conclude by speaking of some of the things that all of us wish for you, things that you value and seek in bringing meaning to your lives. We wish for you a love that makes both of you better people, that continues to give you joy and a zest for living, and that provides you with the energy to face the responsibilities of life. We wish for you a home that is an island of sanity and serenity in a frenzied world. We hope that your home stands as a symbol of humans living together in love, peace, and mutual respect, seeking wisdom and demanding social justice. May your home encompass the beauty, simplicity, and exuberance of nature, and may it contain all the things that represent the highest striving of human beings. May your home always be filled with peace, joy, good friends and family, and the bittersweet joy of raising children. Finally, we wish that at the end of your lives, you will be able to say to one another, because you have loved me, you gave me faith in myself, and because I have seen the good in you, you gave me faith in humanity. So Alejandra, Sam, you have freely committed yourselves to sharing your lives and have exchanged rings in the presence of your family and friends as witnesses, thus joining yourselves in marriage. I, Rabbi Eva Goldfinger, representing and the province of Ontario, declare your marriage valid and binding in law, and rejoice to recognize you as wife and husband, husband and wife, and companions in life. May you be one with nature, the universe, and each other, enjoying the bounty of the earth and the precious blessing of shalom, or paz and peace. Rob? When they break the glass, would you all join me in shouting out the traditional Mazel Tov, or Felicidades, which means both congratulations and good luck. So, Alejandra, Sam, to signal the beginning of your wedded life, hold hands, face your guests, break the glass together by each stomping on your side of the ribbon. Then feel free to seal your marriage with a kiss. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Mazel tov. Felicidades. You want to take a good picture?
Well, they barbecue some of the food for ready for the order. I found
again. All things go, all things go. Drove to Chicago. All things know, all things. We sold our clothes to the state. I don't mind, I don't mind. I made a lot of mistakes in my mind, in my. You came to take us. All things go, all things go. To recreate us. All things go, all things go. We have a mindset. All things go, all things go. You had to find them. All things go, all things go. I drove to New York in a van with my friend. We slept in parking lots. I don't mind, I don't mind. I was in love with the place in my mind, in my